You smile when you don't want to smile. You say, "I'm fine," when everything inside you is collapsing. You've gotten so good at pretending that you've forgotten what's underneath. Carl Jung had a name for this. He called it the persona, and he said something terrifying about it. The persona is not who you are. It is a compromise between the individual and society. In other words, the person everyone knows is not you. It never was. And today, I'm going to show you what happens when you wear that mask too long, and what it takes to finally take it off. The word persona comes from ancient Latin. It originally meant a mask worn by actors in Roman theater. They would hold it in front of their face to play a character, a role, a function. And when the play was over, they took it off. But Carl Jung saw something disturbing in modern humans. We put on our masks, and we never take them off. You have one mask for work, another for your family, another for your friends, another for strangers. You shift, you adapt, you perform. And somewhere along the way, you stopped asking the only question that matters. If I remove all the masks, is there anyone left underneath? Most people are terrified of that question, because deep down, they already know the answer. They've been performing for so long that the real self, the raw, unfiltered, unpolished version of who they truly are, has been locked away in a room they haven't visited in years. Jung called that room the shadow, and we'll get there. But first, you need to understand how the mask was built. You were not born with a mask. Watch any child, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. They scream when they're angry. They cry when they're hurt. They laugh with their entire body. There is no filter, no performance, no mask. So what happened? Life happened. You cried, and someone said, "Stop crying." You got angry, and someone said, "Behave yourself." You were loud, and someone said, "Be quiet." You were different, and someone said, "Be normal." And every single time you heard those words, you cut off a piece of yourself and hid it somewhere dark. You learned that the real you, the emotional, wild, honest, raw version of you, was not acceptable. So you built something better, something safer, something approved. You built the mask, the good student, the nice friend, the responsible one, the strong one, the one who never complains. And it worked. People accepted you. People praised you. People loved the mask. But here's the tragedy Jung understood better than anyone. The more people love your mask, the more alone you actually feel, because somewhere inside, a voice whispers, "They don't love me. They love the version of me I invented, and if they ever saw the real me, they would leave." That thought, that silent, suffocating thought, is the price of the persona. Jung warned that the persona is useful, but dangerous. Useful because society requires some level of adaptation. You can't say everything you think. You can't act on every impulse. But dangerous because most people don't just wear the mask, they become it. And when you become your mask, You lose access to your real emotions, your real desires, your real power. You start living a life that looks good from the outside, but feels hollow from the inside. You achieve things that don't fulfill you. You maintain relationships that don't nourish you. You chase goals that were never yours to begin with. And the worst part, you can't even explain why you're unhappy. Because on paper, everything is fine. You did everything right. You followed the rules. You wore the mask perfectly. And yet, there's this emptiness, this quiet desperation, this feeling that you're watching your own life from behind a glass wall, present, but never truly there. Jung described it like this: whoever looks outside dreams. Whoever looks inside awakes. But most people are afraid to look inside, because inside, behind the mask, lives the thing they've been running from their entire life: the shadow. The shadow is everything you rejected about yourself, every emotion you suppressed, every truth you swallowed, every part of you that was told it wasn't good enough. It's the anger you were told not to feel, the ambition you were told was selfish, the sadness you were told was weakness, the wildness you were told was wrong. Jung said, everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is embodied in the individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it is. In other words, the more you ignore it, the more powerful it becomes. It shows up as anxiety you can't explain, anger that erupts over nothing, self-sabotage at the worst possible moments, attraction to people who hurt you. Your shadow is not your enemy. Read that again. Your shadow is not your enemy. It is the parts of you that are desperate to be seen, to be heard, to be reintegrated. The shadow doesn't want to destroy you. It wants to complete you. Jung called this process individuation, the journey of becoming whole, not by being only light, not by being only dark, but by holding both. The mask says, show them only the good. The shadow says, the good means nothing without the truth. And the truth, your full, unedited, terrifying, beautiful truth, is the only thing that will ever set you free. So how do you take the mask off? Not all at once. That would be chaos. Jung never said to throw away the persona entirely. He said, become aware of it. Start noticing the moments when you perform instead of feel, when you say yes but mean no, when you smile but feel rage, when you agree but want to scream. Those moments are doors. Behind each one is a piece of you waiting to come home. Start there. Start with honesty. Not honesty with the world, honesty with yourself. Ask yourself the questions you've been avoiding. What would I do if I didn't care what anyone thought? What would I say if I wasn't afraid of being rejected? Who would I be without the mask? Sit with those questions. Don't rush the answers. The mask took years to build. It won't come off in a day. But every moment of awareness, every moment of truth, every moment you choose the real over the safe, you get closer to the person you were always meant to be. Jung said it best, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Not who they told you to be, not who the world expects. Who you truly are. Beneath the mask, beyond the shadow, whole. If this video reached something real inside you, something behind your own mask, Leave a comment below. Tell me, when did you first realize you were wearing one? Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. The journey inward has only just begun.